Do you know how many people have had visions, ideas, and huge career moves that they were about to make, and they allowed the word no to stop them?
When you make the decision to do what you want to do with your life, just know this: because the family and the friends in your life do not share your vision, in most cases, they will be the first person to try and talk you out of what you want to do with your life. But know this: only those that can see the invisible can do the impossible.
People that don't have any dreams for themselves, they tend to be dream killers. They'll laugh at you. They'll call you names because they have no dreams. They don't want it.
Most people go through life holding back. If you get into the habit of just being mediocre, it will become a part of your consciousness. If you get in the habit of giving less than what you have it within you to give, it will begin to reflect itself in your personality. It will begin to damage you psychologically. And you don't want to be a part of that kind of self-destructive behavior. You want to set some high standards for yourself. There's greatness in you. And you've got to learn how to tune out the critics outside and the critic inside. And since I'm going to do this, I'm going to harness my will. And I'm not going to let anything stop me.
You have to be relentless. You have to never let off the gas, never stop, never quit. Never allow anyone to talk you out of the dream, the vision, and ideas. And understand that for every level, there's another devil. It is the devil's job to create challenges, issues, and conflicts, insecurities, fear, because he wants to put you to a test. But I can tell you now, I piss the devil off every day because I just don't stop. And the devil is so mad. This fucking guy, doesn't matter if he gets sick, it doesn't matter what happens to his money or his finances, every time he gets out of his bed and he's on a mission to get it done.
And as you begin to look at your life, decide that you're going to start working on that dream. You're going to work and nurture that idea. Now, there will be people that will criticize you. There will be people that won't see it for you. But I say to you, don't let nobody turn you around. You don't need anybody to understand it. You don't need anybody to approve you. You don't need anybody to say, go ahead on and do it. If you get that, that's fantastic. If you get that encouragement, that's great. But I say stand up within yourself boldly and say, this is my life. I'm controlling my destiny.
Hello and welcome to Friends and Family Share. My name is Tandra Campbell and I will be presenting this fantastic opportunity to you guys today. I wanted to give you guys a little background information on the program that Friends and Family Share has modeled its program on. If you're not familiar with a traditional Sou Sou is a savings arrangement where a group of people each pool an equal amount of money for a specific amount of time, and at some point everyone within the Sou Sou would receive a full payout or a lump sum from the hand. So it's not a pyramid scheme. No one is actually having you build and collecting commissions on your sales and how many people you bring in. It's nothing like that. It's the money. There is no middleman that's taking any fees out. All of the money that's invested in the Sou Sou actually goes to the person that receives the money. So this has been going on for generations in the Caribbean, South America, Africa, and even in our backyard here with the Chinese. You know, they have been doing this for years, and it's the same principle, same model. They work together as a community and build this money for each other. I can't reiterate enough that this is nothing new. This isn't a fly-by-night concept. The concept of a Sou Sou is used throughout the world and has over 200 different names that vary from country to country. What that means is that people have used this program and continue to use this program to build their communities with the wealth or by building wealth within their communities with what they currently have. And it was specifically important for people that were unable to get bank loans or credit union loans or get their hands on funds that they needed to buy homes or start businesses. So this is nothing new, folks. It may be new to you, but it's been around for generations. As I mentioned, Friends and Family Share is similar to the traditional Sou Sou. However, there are some differences. Some things that folks did not necessarily like about the Sou Sou has been addressed with the Friends and Family Share. So I wanted to start with the $500 investment. In the traditional Sou Sou, folks were expected to put money in over and over and over again. With Friends and Family Share, we only ask that you invest a one-time investment of $500 or give a one-time $500 gift. Also, the gift is paid directly to the person in position to receive it, and I'll explain that as we move forward. No person is holding the hand, and that's what they call the pot of money. In a Sou Sou, it's called the hand. So nobody is holding the hand or holding a pot of money. The money is directly paid to the person that is supposed to receive it. And more importantly, it's paid out every 4 weeks. So you're not waiting months or a year or however long for the pot to be paid out. You get to reinvest the initial $500 to stay in the rotation. So with the traditional Sou Sou, what was happening is once it was paid out, the fund was dissolved, it's over, you move on. But this program, Friends and Family Share, makes it possible to take that initial $500 that you put out. Once you get your pay, you get your payout from the hand, you take $500 of that and you reinvest it and you get to start over again. So the plan is to just keep going on and on and on. How fantastic is that to receive an additional $3,500 a month just for investing $500 and introducing the program to 2 other people and staying in rotation. What you guys are looking at is the Friends and Family Share flower. So there are 4 positions on the flower, which equals 4 weeks. Week 1, you come in as a fire. That's when you give your $500 gift. Week 2, you move to the air position. Week 3, to the earth position. And week 4, the water position, where you are paid out the $4,000 gift. Week 1, you enter as a fire, and you pay the initial $500 gift to the person that's in the water position. Now, each of the 8 fires on this flower will do the exact same thing. They'll enter with $500, and they'll send that $500 gift to the position of water. It's so important that you have 2 people waiting to become fire the following week in order for you to move to the air position, and whomever is in the air position moves up to the earth position, and so forth. So before you decide to join, make sure that you have 2 folks that are serious and ready to go with $500 that following week. Otherwise, the program will not work properly. Again, make sure you have the 2 people waiting the following week with $500 to join your flower. Week 2 represents air. After you bring in your 2 people as fire, you move into the position of air. There are always 4 air positions on your 15-person flower. Now, each of the air positions must do the same thing. They have to bring in 2 fires each, and in which case that would represent 8 fires on the flower. Now, each of these 8 fires, as they come in, they're going to gift $500 to the person that's holding the water position, and again, that totals the $4,000 gift. The earth, those are the folks that probably the folks that invited you to this call. They are moving from the air position into the earth position, and you've replaced them at this point as heirs. You're at week 3 and you are moving into the earth position. Now, the 2 people that you brought in is sitting next to you at the air position. And this is where I got a little confused when I was first introduced into this program, because I'm thinking, wow, there's going to be 2 people pushing into the earth position, and then there's 2 earth positions pushing into the water position, so there's only $4,000. So how are we getting the $4,000? But after I listened a few times and I played with it, I started to understand, and I hope that this helps you guys to understand as well. Okay, so now that you are in the earth position and your 2 people have moved to air and their 2 people are now in the fire position, there's a total of 8 fires waiting to join. Okay, and here is where the flower splits, because this is happening simultaneously at the bottom of the flower. Okay, so you can picture those are the fires, there's your airs, and then there's the earth, and each one of those there are 8 fires waiting to come in. So when that next week comes in and the 2 earths are pushed into water, that flower is split. So there's actually 16 fires waiting to come in, which totals $8,000, and that allows both earth positions to be paid $4,000 at the same time. So those little fires that I created along the top right there, once those 2 earths are pushed in, all of those fires are pushed in on that flower. So that's the beauty of this flower. It takes a few minutes to understand it, and I hope that this helps you understand as well, that in the 3rd week that flower splits, and there are 16 fires that sits on the outside that's going to push their way in. Okay, you are finally at week 4, which represents the water, and you are now in the position to get your $4,000 gift. Now, at this point, you are going to reinvest the $500 back in as a fire and repeat the process. The beautiful thing is that you get to pocket $3,500, and your people will continue to follow you, so there's no need to go out and look for 2 new fires. The beauty of this is, again, once you put that $500 back in, you move back into a fire position, and the same person that came in along with you as a fire does the same thing, and the folks that came in behind you, and you just continue to reinvest and push each other up into the water position. All right, folks, I'm going to do a recap. I just want to make sure that you've got it. So you enter as a fire with a $500 gift on Sunday. All right. Now, the individuals that's holding the fire position will need to invite 2 people in order to move to the air position on Sunday. Now, you have 4 airs on your 15-person flower at all times. Okay, 4 airs, 2 earths. Now, the fire position will pay the initial $500 to whomever is in the water position. So that's happening from all of the fires. So that's 8 fires feeding into the water. All right. And that's where that $4,000 comes in. So you have 8 fires. That's $500 each, totaling $4,000. So when the fire splits, there are actually 16 fires waiting to come in that following week. And again, this is where it gets a little confusing for some folks, but hopefully this will help you understand. Again, the flower splits because there are actually 16 fires waiting to come in. Keep in mind that everyone that's sitting in the fire position right now is responsible for bringing in 2 more fires that following week. This is just a fabulously awesome, simple concept. Things you can remember is that there are 15 people on your flower. The fires coming in, they pay the water. You invite 2 people that you can trust, and you encourage them to do the same. You get your gift in 4 weeks of $3,500 because you're reinvesting $500 to keep it going, and you repeat. That's it. $3,500 every 4 weeks. Well, folks, that concludes my presentation. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please contact the person that shared this information with you. Have a fantastic day.